All right, welcome back to the channel. Reactions, rants, rabbit holes. Rolling green, you're you, and jumping into some comments is what I'm gonna do. Boomerang and all of the supporters there, which is actually a bunch. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of this one next, that one next, and I struggled to find a couple. So, I'm going to go back to the album today. I found a video, and it's just like crawling and, dragging my way into it till I figure out and I have a better knowledge base. And I'm just not very good at finding, not finding everything I want to find, but I'm super appreciative of all the new supporters who enjoy it. And I thought it was cool too. So it's like, let's go do more. So that being said, more Boomerang. Much love to all the supporters. And we've got more. Yeah, no, this is what I saw this from a day ago. And let's see here. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. And I appreciate the support for the channel that has been sent to it. I hope we succeed too. Not much is going to change, so we'll see what happens. After that, let's see here. I really wanted to get to that. Bernard is fine, and that makes me really happy. And I am as well. Thank you for still appreciating the whatever it is I do. I know that some of our... I know the music's changed a little, kind of been more catering to moi, but I had to, Bernard, I had to dig into the I'm got to be here for me because, you know what I mean? It's a tough road, but it's not because there are so many people along the path that I get to talk to and communicate with. Bernard, you're one of them. This actually just made, not made my day. That I don't want to throw all that superficial, but it definitely brightens my day to know and hear from you. The trying to chase after, hell, Mike knows. He just had to let me know, he's going to be busy. He won't be around as much. And I'm not going nowhere. The content's going to be here. And we can always connect. Trying to, chase after anything was too difficult. It's better to enjoy oneself and see what comes of it than create that formulaic approach to guarantee success and sell out my very soul. If I have to flip a trigger, I have to. If I have to smooth out the ripples, I have to. I definitely don't want to outline and edit down to thumbnails and titles and perfection. You can get that anywhere. I'd rather stumble across something interesting, have something profound, not profane, that as well, fall out of me and go, hey, where'd that come from? Go, right? Especially in this age of AI creeping in everywhere. Yep. And if, wanting the robots to write your work is what your thing is, I respect that. Tapping into the very essence of all that I can be and have it fall out for nothing. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't need to fix it up at all. So I don't know, I'm still a rambling idiot too. But I got excited because I saw you there, Bernard, and I was obviously thinking of you. And much love and appreciation. From one day ago, Alexander. I'm going to address this because my channel changed because of it. I would, now this is a comment from a day ago on Dimash all by myself. I'm going to be kind of cryptic and beat around the bush here because I think that's pretty hard to read. is asking me to react to some movies, and I think that would be fine. It's the platform, what my control panel tells me, and the fact that they've taken an entire group of viewers and subscribers and blocked any of the content that goes out there. And if I'm not able to make content for a group, I don't want to make content and rub it in the face of anybody. I try to take no positions on the I'm just anti-conflict. Keeping in mind, I understand conflicts exist. I'm not pixie dusting and wishing nothing away. But the unfortunate truth is certain artists, so there's at least 2 artists and a whole lot of content that I don't talk about because the channel slaps you on the wrist for doing it. Because it turns out from where I live, I'm only allowed to support one side of things, and I don't see it that way. I can only support the best of humanity on all sides of everything, and the ones who engage in the deceit, lies, and bloodshed, not so much. Don't care what side they're on. I think life is sacred on both sides of the lines. And I mean, if that's wrong, that's wrong. I'll take the ramifications as they are. But Ange and I talk about it a lot. I lost a ton of really cool supporters and people I enjoyed talking to on a regular basis. And it was weird because we never talked about politics. It was music. So I really wonder why information doesn't contain a neutrality. But it doesn't. And yeah, no. What do I know? Very little. Let's see here. Yeah, more Boomerang is getting, that's what I'm saying. I had a lot of comments for Boomerang, so I'm really, oh, Mike D, I'm glad you watched my favorite reactor. And, gosh, wasn't that Don Johnson's wife, Cherry, too? I mean, what's her name? Melanie Griffith? Isn't that her? Isn't that? I didn't, gosh, I'm going to go watch the trailer for that. Hold on. Holy smokes! Lawrence Fishburne looking young as hell in that trailer. I didn't even almost recognize him. I was over there watching it. But, I want to, have this video for us. So keep the channel going with the comment videos. So trust me. But yeah, was she a robot? I didn't even finish. I couldn't remember. I don't think I've watched it. I think I tried to watch it and it was, here, if I've got to watch Nemesis or Cherry 2000, I think I watched Nemesis. And to me, I think they're in the same kind of ballpark. I graduated that year too, so I might have been really busy drinking heavily. Just inappropriate to say, but just honest admitting it. Oh, I learned, now I did Brody Dale. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if the E is silent or what, but I found out the Distillers, an Australian-born artist, and who would have guessed? Another artist that I appreciated that came from Australia. I mean, I know I don't talk about it much because, Australia got a big chunk of reactions on the channel. I had my own personal Aussie mania in the form of, man, do a lot of great things that I like come from there. There is the other side of that discussion, but we're not here for that right now. So, very cool. I will check out the Distillers. Oh, goodness. I just put on about 10 seconds of Cities of Angels from the Distillers, and that's getting added to today's mix. That was very, I'm looking forward to it already. So, I know, it looks like, look, we can, Lisa. Webby is one of my favorites. You can understand, he writes some pretty interesting stuff. Oh, wait, I said interesting because you said very interesting thoughts. Hold on a second. Maybe I should read it first and not be so nonchalant. I actually agree, and this is where. So I definitely agree on our impact on, let's say, animals, pollution, local environmental things, stuff like that. And because I constantly talking about the eagles, we had them almost. So when I was a young man, I didn't see one. There just wasn't any. They were getting close, right? I don't think they were that close, but they were getting there. They were getting really decimated. And now, every day I see eagles. They're just, they're back in a big way. Um, I think we have great opportunity to fix the wrongs if I think we look at the globe from I can't you can't just be rich and have to not pollute. I feel like that's the way a lot of it gets pointed at the U.S. And I was just looking at, let's say, the breakdown of ocean pollution versus regional creation of. And the whole world doesn't compare to like the top five. So until that would be the conversation, right? Then this idea that you point at a certain group and say you're going to fund this, but we're going to pretend that's not happening right now because they need economic growth and that's more important event, right? I get it when the world was a lot less connected and they get away with dumping shit and dumping shit and dumping shit. But I now believe that we are closer to maybe whistleblowers and truth tellers will get their time finally. I've been under the belief that since the Hope and Change guy was elected in this country, it was weird how he brought hope and change, but not for any whistleblowers. They got indictments and silenced. And I'm pulling for the OMG media group, and maybe the citizens are gonna. Here's the thing. If the biggest problem we have in life is none of us is brave enough to tell our superiors to STFU, you are bad people and doing wrong, then nothing will ever change, right? Because it's that whole we follow orders, and the people at the top exploit. Just stop. We just got to start telling some of them, no, we want to fix it, not keep effing it up, right? Now, I think that is such a simplification, and it's nothing like I think. But it's that carbon credits, carbon scam. It's the carbon crap and what they're going to tie to your personal carbon score that I'm really against. Might make me sound like a anti weather pattern fluctuating weather pattern person, but I'm not. I understand. I mean, we just looked it up. I think the solar minimum now is 50 years. So if your biggest fear was things getting hotter, you should probably look at how long the sun is going to have diminished activity. I still think we're getting an ice age, but that's me. I'm guessing I'm going to have snow on the ground till the middle of May on the backside of the house. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no clue, of course, as always. Hold on a second. Deborah from a day ago. And thank you for the subscribe. Ava's wonderful. And yeah, it's I don't know a lot. But yeah, it's a shame when not a shame. I think it's wonderful that the music outlives the artist, and then it's a shame when the artists are gone too soon. And I just want to acknowledge that I realize that, and there's a few artists, and I appreciate the love that some of that stuff gets Ange and I, and I deeply regret that that's not the core of the channel. That it's very eclectic over here, and it's been a while since we visited that artist. But I did want to, it's not all hype and over the top manic behavior. I mean, I don't think I'm completely heartless. And thank you for the subscribe and the information, and what a voice. And that was a beautiful performance. All right. And then, according to a day ago, I was getting some love here from Mike and Mike. And it looks like I've got to, I might have to explain how. I don't know how to do this, but I see other people go, it looks like a lot of you are watching but haven't subscribed. If you could take time to hit that subscribe and like button, and maybe sharing this content to help the channel grow. That stuff. Whew. I'm going to go take a shower now, and I'll be back with some reactions soon.